it's Zach. Welcome back to the Heroverse, guys. This would be my second video on my new rebranding of the channel of my name on the channel. So I'm super excited to make this video, especially because we're back with Riverdale now, which Annie has been waiting for us to be back with Riverdale.
I'm actually excited. This is my first video with a new name.
Yeah, this is my new channel name. This name I feel like hopefully will bring in more people to the fam on the channel. It's not putting me in one niche of, like, since I do a whole bunch of different videos on this channel, like, other than reviews. So I'm happy I changed it, and the name feels like it's more like me because I'm a big superhero fan, and that's initially why I wanted to start the channel, not only for me, like, liking to do reviews, but I, like, heroes are a real big part of my life. But guys, we're going to be talking about Riverdale Season 6, Episode 6, called Unbelievable. We're done with the whole, as you guys know, the 5-part event thing. We're done with Riverdale. Now we're back with Riverdale. I'm super excited, especially after we left off, last year with, the whole, us finding out that it's there's a multiverse situation here. And, Jughead from a different universe.
There's Archie, Betty.
Had to, sacrifice, had to go down and sacrifice, I guess, his life above so the other Jughead could live. And he is, writing out,
how Riverdale is going to play out.
How Riverdale's going to play out, and wrote how, Archie and Betty survived the explosion. And there is big aftermath to them surviving that explosion. Which I can't wait to talk about. But I'm gonna let Annie go first on what she liked about this episode, and I'm happy to be back with Riverdale. But Annie, what did you like about this episode?
I'm sad.
Or is what you didn't like about this episode, which I liked about this episode, but
I'm very sad because Hiram is dead. I'm very, very sad about it.
Hiram is no longer a part of Riverdale anymore. Man got hunted down by not only for him committing a crime of putting, whether he's the one that physically put the bomb there or not, but as we all know, it was the goalies that put the bomb there. This new, I guess, leader of the...
Twyla?
It's Twyla, and she's in charge of the goalies.
Yeah.
And she pretty much admitted to Fangs and Tony that the Hiram is the one, I guess, that told them to put the bomb and kill Archie, and they're the ones that did the bomb and stuff. So that was very interesting because I think if I'm correct, we saw one of the goalies do it. If I'm correct, I can't quite remember because a lot of that stuff is foggy to me. If we saw either Hiram put it there, I know he left town and the explosion happened or whatever when he was leaving town, but I can't remember who physically put the bomb there. I think it was one of the goalies. But little do we know to find out, as we all know, when the other Jughead from the other universe, wrote in, oh, they survived, and, Betty got the call from the alternate Jughead from the alternate universe saying, get out of the house. The house pretty much explodes, but they end up surviving, and we don't know how, and that's pretty much the question that, Alice has, and that, Archie's Uncle Frank has, is how did you guys survive, and how did you guys get out? And Archie's oh, we knew the bomb was there, and then we ran underneath the table, and that's why we're here.
Oh my god, the other thing is so sad. We thought Bingo died.
Yeah, that was unacceptable from the writers' behalf. I was not prepared. I forgot that Archie even had the dog for a second. But when we heard Bingo start crying, I was oh no, Hiram did not. I'm this man needs to be hunted down and taken out. He needs to be taken off the leaderboard. He needs to be out.
Bingo had all of his legs broken.
Yeah, he had all of his legs broken. All 4 legs broken. And I was damn. I'm Hiram, bro. I even said to Annie, I turned to Annie saying, this is why Hiram needs to go. Man is literally hurting people that didn't do anything wrong. He needs to go. He's been a problem for quite some time. I couldn't stand how that Hiram's character never had any, aftermath to what he does. He has, it's no consequences until finally Veronica, it's not only the FBI is going after him because he literally went after an FBI agent, that's against the law, and if that's why they're taking this step of you went after an FBI agent, because he's done some pretty shitty things before, as we all know, but I feel this was the thing that really cinched it, where you went after an FBI agent, which is Betty, you need to be hunted down, and you need to be accountable now, and you need to be put in prison. But of course, Veronica isn't about that. She's going to go into the underworld to take out her dad, which Annie, as we all know, did not like that. I was laughing. I was about damn time. He needs to be hunted down and just either put in prison or taken out. But I was kind of happy. I'm happy Veronica realized that enough's enough. There's only one way this can end. My dad needs to be taken out.
Her sister's literally a bitch. I hate her sister.
Yeah, and Mosa, I thought she would have been okay with it because when she found out what Hiram did, she was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he did that." And I was kind of hoping, okay, now you know your father's a piece of crap. He needs to be taken out. Honestly, like
She called up Veronica and was like, "Oh, how did you see their father?" And then
she said, "Oh, you need to watch your blood. There'll be blood for blood. You need to
watch your back.
You need to watch your back," which means I'm assuming that her sister's going to become like her father, and like I feel like that's going to be the new Hiram Lodge. I feel like maybe she'll come to Riverdale, make Veronica's life a living hell or something. I don't know. I feel like that because as we all know, Edmosa was like the biggest fan of like their father. She really saw like the goodness within her father.
Yeah.
What Veronica tried seeing for all these years, but like he just could never show it. Or even when he did, he would just go back to being an ass like the way he always is. So I was just happy that she finally realized he needs to go. He's too much of a problem. He's hurting too many people.
She tried to call it off before it happened, but it already had happened before she could have.
Exactly, because it was
called it off.
And it was what Reggie said to her about, we ended up finding out Reggie's father had a heart attack, which is very, very foreshadowing of, like, I think his father had a heart attack in the other universe and died. I think, if I'm correct, like, I knew his father died, I think, or did he have just a heart attack? I think he died.
Yeah, I think he had a heart attack and died.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, there's a lot of foreshadowing to what did happen in the other universe, like, that was one of the things. I think along with, I think in the other universe, I think Hiram did die as well. I can't quite remember because a lot of that Riverdale stuff I kind of like scraped from my brain because it was just so bad.
Hiram was dead in the alternate universe.
Was he?
Yes.
So there was just a lot of things I feel like we're kind of getting now, especially with what's going on with Abigail and like what we end up finding about Abigail and like and Cheryl and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, Cheryl made me very happy in this episode. She's not like what we've been getting before when Cheryl was like upset. Like Cheryl was upset, of course, about about Betty and Archie's and Jughead's, great whatever their ancestors. But she's like, I was upset. You know what I mean? I didn't think we would actually be calling a spirit to pretty much hurt Archie, Jughead, and Betty. Like there must be a way to undo that. And, we all find out that in this episode is that Nana Blossom is pretty much did that on purpose. Because I knew it was very weird when, she came back upset, like, Cheryl. And Nana Blossom's the one that told Cheryl about Abigail and the curse that she was that she tried putting on about everybody. But she wasn't able to finish it. And I knew that, there was something wrong with Nana Blossom. Like, why did you want her to finish the spell? What's going on here? And honestly, I think Nana Blossom had all intentions of that spell working and actually taking out, Archie and, Jughead and Betty. As we all know, Jughead was going through, the whole bug situation where he thought bugs were all over him. And then, of course, Archie ended up dying from Cheryl. And then we end up, I think Betty ended up becoming insane and ended up, taking Cheryl's word in that other universe to have Archie's kid. Crazy shit. So I was like, okay, so, Cheryl, we're not, I guess Abigail isn't really...
And they killed Archie in the other universe.
Exactly. So I was like, okay, so we get to the point of you did the spell and you regret doing it, you not knowing that you would actually use magic, because she really didn't think magic was even really a thing until she realized, oh my god, because we see Britta come in saying, oh my god, the Andrews house got blown up. She's like, oh my god, Nana Blossom, did we do that? Is there a way to undo it so we can get this curse off them? She tries doing it, and little do we know to find out the first time they did that spell, the Abigail's soul went inside Britta, which was weird.
Yeah, she said, I'm not Britta, and her deep voice.
Creepy shit. I was like, oh no. I'm like, oh my god, so when she did that spell, it went into Britta, not Cheryl, which, as we all find out in this episode, Nana Blossom had all intent of that soul of Abigail's going into Cheryl, but it didn't work. Until the moment where, she's like, oh, we get a moment where Nana Blossom's like, okay, now, how do we get rid of the Abigail soul out of Britta? Oh, should we do an exorcism? She's like, no, we need to do a banishment. Because we don't want to exorcise her to the afterlife or whatever, and then, Nana Blossom can't have the spirit and put it into Cheryl.
Yeah.
Which, that ends up happening. She ends up doing a secret spell while trying to help Cheryl banish, Cheryl thinks that Nana Blossom is helping her banish Abigail, but ends up putting the soul that was in Britta of Abigail into Cheryl now, which is a big problem now that Abigail is in Cheryl's body. So I'm excited to see all this. It's because it's like without Cheryl's knowing, she tried doing something right. She tried banishing Abigail's soul. So it's like Cheryl is redeeming herself again. She knew she was angry, but she didn't want any intent of hurting anybody. She was just upset about the argument that she had with, Jughead and Betty and Archie. But she didn't want to cause any harm to them, and she tried doing the right thing. So I'm excited for when she comes back and kicks Nana Blossom to the curb, because, she needs to be, out of the house, out of the Thornhill. She needs to bounce. She needs to roll out.
Thornhill looks so different to me from the, older seasons.
What?
The whole, Thornhill?
Thornhill looks different? I mean, it turned into a school. Kind of how, Abigail had, a school there. It kind of turned into a school. She kind of turned it into a school, Cheryl. Knowing about Abigail and everything and all that, and taking in the girls and making it an all-girls school, blah, 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 blah. I'm just wondering, now that Abigail has full-on control, she wants to go after... Now she's going to be going after Archie and Betty and Jughead with intent now. Because it's no longer Cheryl, saying, oh, I made a mistake, to, Abigail's in Cheryl's body.
Their ancestors killed Abigail.
And that's what's going to be. I feel like Riverdale is honestly probably making a bounce back, because I really enjoyed this episode. On top of us finding out, they have powers. They have superpowers. I was like, oh my god. Archie is invincible. Honestly, he cannot be hurt. He's gained, he was 160 something and went to 190 in, a couple of weeks. And he's able to, his skin is impenetrable. He can't be hurt.
Yeah.
Hence how he was able to block the blast from, and protect Betty. Yeah. And Betty has powers to see people's auras and to see if they turn red, that means they're bad, and can sense their threat level. It's honestly turned into a Marvel show, honestly, or a Marvel movie, and I'm down. I mean, we've already
Dr. Trevor was red and Glenn was red.
Exactly. She could find the threatening stuff, and Glenn went too far trying to get up on Betty and shit like that without any consent. Man needs to bounce. He deserved to get his ass beat.
Archie wrecked his shit.
And I love when when Betty tells Glenn about, I'm with Archie now, that was a one-time thing, me and you.
I want to say it.
What did he say?
This pissed me off. He called Archie a pipsqueak.
He called Archie pipsqueak, bro. I said, him a pipsqueak, bro? Bro, Archie been hitting the weight. I said, really? You're gonna call Archie a pipsqueak? That had me dead. I was like, he kicked your ass.
He had 4 or 5 weights on that bar.
I said, yeah, because of his powers. He literally is unbreakable. Literally. He is invincible, unbreakable, bro. Is freaking sick. Honestly, I'm mostly getting, Unbreakable vibes, because even in the movie Unbreakable, the dude is literally cannot die, can't be he's just strong. I'm getting that Unbreakable vibes. We're literally doing Unbreakable. I can't wait to see Archie make a costume, because he's going to be doing some superhero shit. I mean, technically, he tried doing some superhero shit when he found out from Tony and from, Fangs that, about that Twyla girl, and them putting the bomb there. He caught some hands with them.
I don't know if this is what's actually. I was kind of confused because Tony and Fangs are having Kevin take care of baby Anthony, because Archie started stuff and pretty much caused a war because they made the first move. Technically, they didn't make the first move. The goalies did when they blew up Archie's house. But now it's you made the first move, this is war now. And I'm going to be honest, I mean, I thought Archie killed those dudes. I'm shocked he didn't, because there was a lot of blood on him that wasn't his. I was like, he killed everybody. He even killed that Twyla girl. It turned out he didn't do that. But I'm shocked that she has any more soldiers left after him going to their one of their home bases and just destroyed them all. I thought that would have scared the girl away, but clearly not. Also, how long do these powers last? How did they get these abilities? And Jughead didn't get any powers, he lost his hearing. He's 89% deaf in his left ear, and 87% deaf in his right ear. That's
sad. Honestly, I really do feel bad for Jughead. But I feel like that's also kind of his, price to pay after his self is now in this other universe, pretty much messed with time. pretty much warned Archie and warned Betty about the bomb there. And got them out. So I feel like that is the price he pays. Is that he warned the other Jughead from the other universe warned that Archie and Betty to get out of there, and then that was the price the other Jughead had to pay for him warning them to keep them alive. I just don't know how they have abilities.
Basically, the bomb made...
He was in the garage, so that's why he only got the hearing problems, not dead. So,
he's deaf now.
I'm just upset because it's like, how is he gonna... I mean, this is a good way for them to bring in,
I felt bad for Tabitha because now we can't hear her.
Yeah, I mean, I really do. Especially, I mean, how's he gonna it's gonna be hard for him to adjust. Also, even learn how to use his typewriter. It's gonna take him a minute to adjust.
He's gonna need hearing.
I mean, we saw that in the next week's episode. He's trying to adjust. Like Archie had cue cards, and he's trying to adjust.
Yeah,
because he can't hear. He's gonna be deaf.
He's gonna need hearing aids.
Yeah, he's gonna need hearing aids. So
oh my god,
it's a good way to bring in different
like I just want to say Cole Sprouse is incredible with how the crap he goes through.
It's very interesting to go that route with that character, and I feel like again that is the price that Jughead in the universe knew. If I do this, something might happen to me on the other side, and that's the price he paid to save Archie and them. That's what happens. I'm wondering if he didn't do it, he would still have that because he'd still be around the blast radius. I don't know. I don't know really much on why they have powers, why that happened to Jughead, but he didn't get any abilities. I'm still confused on a lot of the things, but I feel like it's also has something to do with that Jughead kind of writing comic books and maybe giving them abilities. Archie and Betty, I don't know. Anything is possible now since they kind of opened this multiverse. Yeah. You know what I mean? In this universe, of different possibilities. So I'm assuming
episodes of the season.
He's kind of writing their universe, writing their comics. You know what I mean? Because they showed the Archie comics and how there was always these writers, and now you have to become a writer.
Yeah, the last episode of the 5 part, they had they were all in their.
He had to write out, or I guess he was the author. He was the writer of, I guess the other version was, now he had to take the place of that and switch out. Remember, he had to be the one that went up, and then he had to be the one that stays down. There can't be two Jugheads in one place, remember? So the one Jughead that wasn't supposed to be there had to go down. The one that was had to be up, remember?
Yeah. So, but which one wrote the...
So the one that had to be up is down in our bunker, in our timeline, but kind of you can't see him because he's down there. So it's kind of like a mirror dimension situation where it's kind of you're down there, but you're not down there, and we can't see you. And you're writing our universe. That's why I'm taking it. It's kind of confusing because remember, it's that Jughead stayed up with everybody else. Remember, actually, my bad. In the other universe, he went up to be able to hang out with everybody and be fine with everybody, but the other one went down and connected to our universe to tell Betty to get out of there. So there can't be Jugheads on the other universe. That's why the other Jughead had to go down there and write and fix the problem in that main universe of Riverdale and stop Archie and Betty from dying.
When he went up for the comic, remember?
Remember there was 2 Jugheads in one universe?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one had to go down. The one that knew he was in some weird universe had to go down with Ethel. And the other one got to stay up and live with everybody else. Remember when they fixed everything and they stopped that crazy Archie from being weird? They fixed everything and whatever. I think we went to two other different universes besides our universe. I don't know. It's very confusing.
They were merging.
It's very confusing, but all I know is that it's a multiverse situation, and one Jughead is still with that Ethel down in the bunker and writing for our universe. So hence why maybe that's why they have abilities. I don't know. We're kind of. I'm liking where we're going because if I'm being honest, we've already reached unbelievable shit before in the show, so. The writing, honestly, can't get any worse. And to be honest, this is the best I feel like it's been from this episode and won't be gone this episode that we've gotten in quite some time. It was a pretty damn good episode. I really did enjoy. So I'm excited, actually, for the rest of the season 6. I just can't think of anything else that we do need to talk about besides the fact that she regrets what she did, Veronica, and Mosa's going to be going after her. I think that's what it sounded like. And Archie and, I guess Watoni and Fangs and the Serpents are going against, or I guess that call, are the ones that started the war, even though that's not true. So now it's the goalies versus the Serpents now, and that's why baby Anthony is now staying with Kevin, and Kevin's not going the Broadway to pursue his dreams. He has to stay back to watch the baby while they have war. And I don't know, it's kind of like foreshadowing. Remember what happened between the Serpents and the goalies in the other universe? Remember Tony accidentally killed What's-Her-Face's son? And remember that's when she had to make the deal with that.
Yeah.
Is that what's going to happen? Because now Abigail's a thing now. And what's to say that our Tony has to make that deal? No. What if it was what is happening is over there is what's happening here? Maybe what does it say our Archie doesn't die by that Abigail?
Maybe Infant needs his mom.
We don't know. Things could play out in the way that...
because maybe Infant needs his mom.
But it can, though. It seems like we're really kind of like... Things are kind of happening the way they happened in the other universe. Things are kind of playing out, but in slightly different ways. I'm afraid that our Archie could probably die. I don't know. No. I mean, this is just theories on probably where it's going, because a lot of things are kind of foreshadowing. But in different ways. I want to know what your thoughts are about this episode, and how, I want to know also your theories. How did they get abilities? How much is this did they get abilities from that other Jughead, writing the comic and writing out their story and giving them powers? I don't know. I feel like also, would he be able to give himself abilities? Yeah. Probably not, it seems like. Because if he gave them abilities, why wouldn't he give them abilities? I feel like there's also maybe a limit that what he can write. Because I think they said that you can never be seen up top. You have to live down here if you want the other people to live in the other universe and all that stuff. So I don't know. I don't quite remember the roles of the other Jughead staying down there to write for our universe. But I think he gave them abilities because that's the only reason. Because Abigail wouldn't have given them abilities. So who did? I'm liking what we're doing. Honestly, it's believable because we already had we have these universes now. We have we already have witches in this universe, so it's kind of it's believable, I guess. I mean, I feel but honestly, this is the most entertaining I've had. This is the most entertaining episode that we had of Riverdale, in my personal opinion, because all the other episodes, in my personal opinion, were pretty bad. So this is the most entertaining episode we've had in a very, very long time. Story-wise and just plot line-wise of what we're kind of doing right now, that I feel like I'm actually enjoying myself so far of this next half of the season. But I'm excited to see next week's episode, especially because it's kind of what's going to happen going forward. Yeah. It seems Archie gets captured by the trash bag killer, and it looks like the trash bag killer killed Glenn at the end of this episode after he got his ass kicked. Not only by Betty, not only by Archie, but now gets killed by the trash bag killer. Man did not catch a break at all. And also, my theory of Glenn being the trash bag killer, I told Annie before we came on here, was wrong. Which kind of ticks me off because I feel like everything kind of led to especially his obsession with Betty and him always being there and all that. I feel like it was so clear to me that I thought he was the trash bag killer. But now, who is the trash bag killer? We do not know. Who is it? And also, do you guys, I want to know down in the comments below, do you guys think actually Hiram is dead? Or this is all just a ploy for Hiram to actually, to see if, Veronica would go through with putting a hit on him, and that's his way of being proud of her or some shit. I don't know. I hope he's dead, because I can't stand that character, and I feel like he's just been the villain for so long. And I'm just shocked that he just wasn't taken off the leaderboard, years and years ago on their show. But, I just want to know what you guys thought about this episode, how you guys think they got their abilities, and where do you guys think the rest of the season 6 is going to go? But yeah, guys, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, put on those notifications, like this video. I'd love to have you guys here, part of the fam on this channel. We're all about spreading love, positivity, and motivation. And guys, if you guys have been a part of this fam before, let me know how you guys think about our the new rebranding of the channel. I feel like this is just the name feels more represents me more because I'm a big fan of superheroes, and I really do want to, I feel like, and also with the algorithm, it doesn't set me in a niche where people just think I do reviews, because as you guys know, for people that have been a part of this channel, I do more than just reviews on the channel. I do vlogs, I do reactions, I do unboxings, I do a whole bunch of other things, that also, even some other things I want to bring to the channel, like live streams and stuff I want to bring to the channel. So hopefully sometime soon, if I can get things figured out, financial wise, to actually get the equipment to do that stuff for you guys. And I figure, once we get to 500 subscribers, again, if you're new here, and I would love it, again, if you come join the fam on this channel, I want to, when we hit 500, that opens the community tab, which lets me be able to, set events and set some, like, events that we can do, like, maybe set every, like, maybe make every Fridays, like a topic talk, like where we choose a topic and we talk about it on Instagram Live, and some of you guys can come in, because I've been really wanting to do that, but I really need to get to 500, to really, to gather that, to get that together so we can plan it out a little bit more, if I can get the community tab open. Also, if you guys are interested in me doing Instagram Lives every Friday, and we choose a topic, or we just talk, and I have you guys come join, and I can meet you guys face to face and we can talk, let me know down in the comments below if you guys are actually interested in that, because I'll have Annie on, and we can talk about anything. We can talk about Riverdale, we can talk about Stargirl, Legacies, whatever, or we can just talk about life, or talk about, our hopes and dreams and what we want to achieve in life. That's what we can do here on the channel, because again, this channel is all about spreading love, positivity, and motivation to achieve our dreams and to just thrive in life. And that is literally why I started this channel, and that's why I feel like the whole Heroverse thing really represents me as a person, and it doesn't just say my old tag with the Zach's reviews, because I feel like this just feels more like me, the new branding of the channel. Which I do love. So I really want to know what you guys think about the branding of the channel. I want to know what you guys thought about this episode, and we are just back, baby, with Riverdale. I'm really enjoying it. Annie, but personally, what did you like? Did you like this episode? Do you like where we're going? Or it was like an episode because they're kind of like doing superhero stuff now? Like, what do you think?
It was an episode.
It was an episode, you? As you guys know, I love superheroes, and I'm gonna be honest, I feel like this is actually intriguing how they got these abilities. And it's not that far-fetched for all the other stuff we've done. With the cults, with the magic we've had before, it's not too far-fetched, especially, like, mind you, the Riverdale, Archie comics, it's a comic. It's a comic series, which they brought to real life in the show, where, they're living within a comic, and there's a writer, which is Jughead, or a version of Jughead. Yeah. That's sick. The more that I think about it, it's kind of like they're bringing the Archie comics, like they're doing that, breaking the fourth wall. Like, there is a writer, and you're living in the comic, and you find out that you're living in the comic, and that you're the writer, and you're writing for all these different universes of situations and outcomes. That's sick. So I like what we're doing right now. It's very entertaining and it's interesting.
Also, if I don't talk much in the video and Zach's the most talk, then I don't really care for the episode.
Yeah, Andy just was kind of really, really bummed out that Hiram died. I don't know. Again, we didn't really see the body except Veronica saw the body. Which, I mean, you could totally fit, unless he got shot in the head and that's what they saw, that's what she saw. Or maybe, I don't know. I really don't know. But we haven't seen the body, but she saw the body, which could have totally been faked out. I feel like when she hired the Underworld dude, I feel like maybe he's worked with Hiram before. And then remember, Hiram has always put a higher number when it comes to somebody trying to kill him or do something. He's always had a bigger number that will make the person stop doing something. So I feel like there's a possibility that he's just playing Veronica, making her think that he's dead, maybe just to mess with her, and maybe he'll try haunting her and all that stuff and trying to get in her head. I don't know. I'm interested in what you guys think about this. Is this just Hiram's plan to mess with Veronica, or is he actually dead? I hope he's actually dead, because that'd be too stupid if that's what's going to happen. But who knows? I just feel like Veronica is going to become a totally different person now, because she did kill her father, and I feel like she's totally going to she's going to have that guilt, that she wished she didn't do that, and she might turn into a whole different person. We don't know.
I think she will.
I'm interested in that. But guys, that was a video again of season 6, episode 6 of Riverdale. We are back, baby. Again, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. But guys, that was a video. We hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.